One little girl's triumph over cancer is leading the way for an organization to do more for others.
Since Edith Storage's leukemia diagnosis in late 2020, her family has been navigating a lot of physical and emotional challenges. Along the way, a nonprofit was able to provide the family some financial relief.
Now, Storage's road from cancer diagnosis to remission is indirectly funding assistance to other families facing a similar journey. Spectrum News 1 reporter Patrick Thomas has more on the story of how a child's leukemia is inspiring others.
Any real artist knows their materials and the type of canvas they need. In this case, it's drawing a flower using sidewalk chalk for Edith Storage.
Just like a purple one. What are you drawing?
Which draws the interest of her older sister, Avery. Not everything in this young 7-year-old's life has been so pleasant. Edith was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia in October of 2020. A tough pill to swallow for her mother, Shanna Storage.
It was definitely tough, nothing that you can imagine.
Her mother tells me for the first 9 months, there were weekly and sometimes bi-weekly chemotherapy treatments at UNC Children's Hospital in Chapel Hill, all while raising 2 other children as well.
You have to stay positive and you're not only a mother with 1 child going through something huge, you're a mother to 2 others. So.
During the day-to-day grind, an organization called the Children's Cancer Partners of the Carolinas was contacted by a social worker at UNC Children's Hospital, referring Edith Storage and her family for financial assistance.
We just try to alleviate that burden.
Blake Stafford Gomez is the family programs manager for Children's Cancer Partners.
When a child is diagnosed with cancer, the thought is really about how am I going to pay my household bills.
Stafford Gomez says they offer support throughout the treatment process and in many cases up until the age of 21 for the child affected by cancer. In the case of the Storage family, primarily they were paying for parking, gas, and food. Steve Logue is a family friend who works at Surety Systems, a consulting firm based in Raleigh. Logue tells me after the good news broke about Edith's leukemia going into remission, his company wanted to pay it forward.
And that's when I approached our family and asked them, what organizations helped you? Because I think, until you're in their shoes, it's not something that you really know much about.
Michael Storage tells me the answer was clear on which organization to pick.
CCP has always been the one.
With that information, Logue and his company called for a matching campaign of up to $5,000 to benefit CCP.
And then we just decided to kind of take it a little step further and say, how can we bring some visibility to this?
Now, a child's fight with leukemia has come full circle.
Thanks to Patrick for that story. A representative from the Children's Cancer Partners of the Carolinas says their organization sticks with family from start to finish of treatment. Sometimes CCP's employees take diapers, wipes, and other household necessities to the hospitals for the families to pick up.